This is ABC7 News at 11, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Good evening, I'm Haley Wilkes. Thank you for joining us tonight. Our top story, some big developments out of Punta Gorda. The police chief and an officer are now in the hot seat following last year's death of Mary Knowlton during a Citizens Police Academy. ABC7's Rick Adams has the latest details.
Well, we certainly do have much more information now regarding this situation. The state attorney says the Punta Gorda police chief here and an officer are now being charged in connection with the woman's death. State Attorney Steve Russell says after months of review, Punta Gorda police officer Lee Cole is being charged with manslaughter. And the police chief, Tom Lewis, is now facing a culpable negligence charge in the death of retired librarian Mary Knowlton.
They both should get fired because that's very, wrong. I mean, the lady family, Miss Knowlton family, gonna suffer from this.
Cole accidentally shot and killed the 73-year-old Knowlton back in August during a Citizens Police Academy event. Cole's weapon was supposed to be used for training purposes.
I want to first again send my condolences to the family of Mary Knowlton. As we have gone through this process, we met with Mary's husband, and we've advised his counsel that we are moving forward on this case.
When word on the street spread about the state attorney's decision, it was met with plenty of mixed reaction from folks around the city.
I don't think it's fair. I don't think they should have. I think it was an accident. It's an unfortunate accident, but I don't agree with that.
They should be charged because they killed a woman.
Cole has been on paid administrative leave since the shooting. He turned himself in and was arrested. As for Police Chief Lewis, it has yet to be decided what's going to happen with him. Last November, the city of Punta Gorda approved a more than $2 million settlement with Knowlton's family. And the victim's husband, Gary, could not be reached for comment. The city manager will be holding a press conference on all this Thursday morning at 10 o'clock. Reporting from Punta Gorda, I'm Rick Adams, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Thank you, Rick. In Tallahassee, a move to shift the burden of proof in stand your ground self-defense cases is on a fast track through the Florida House. The Criminal Justice Committee voting 9-4 today for that measure that would require prosecutors to disprove self-defense claims during pretrial hearings. In stand your ground cases, pretrial evidence hearings are held to determine whether defendants should be immune from prosecution.
That I'm walking around the street, I firmly believe, call me naive, but I believe that I'm immune to prosecution if I defend myself against somebody attacking me to the point where they're going to either cause me death or great bodily harm.
We shouldn't make it easier for killers to escape justice, and we shouldn't overtax our already overburdened prosecutors with a provision that does nothing but make our communities less safe.
A companion measure has already completed its Senate committee process, where it could be one of the first bills approved when the annual legislative session begins next month. A similar bill was approved by the Senate last year, but failed to advance through the House committee process. The latest memos released by the Trump administration outline a sweeping plan to detain and deport undocumented immigrants. But the White House insists mass deportation is not the goal. ABC's Stephanie Ramos reports from Washington.
At the White House, President Trump talking money at his federal budget meeting.
I want the American people to know that our budget will reflect their priorities.
No details about how the administration will pay for many items on his agenda, including the border wall and the anticipated increase in border agents. But President Trump did call the current budget a mess.
The finances of our country are a mess, but we're going to clean them up.
Trump also met privately with his Secretary of State, Rex Tillerson, before Tillerson's trip to Mexico to sit down with President Peña Nieto. The administration insists that meeting is not a cleanup job after Mexico's president canceled his meeting with Trump at the White House last month.
The relationship with Mexico is phenomenal right now.
Trump's immigration crackdown has some immigrants petrified of being split up from their families. These new rules issued by the Department of Homeland Security put the majority of the country's 11 million undocumented immigrants at risk of deportation. Immigration and Border Patrol agents ordered to deport anyone convicted of any criminal offense. These new guidelines, however, do not affect dreamers, those brought to the U.S. illegally as children.
Right now, the focus is on keeping the country safe.
And late Wednesday night, Trump reversed President Obama's directive regarding schools. In the past, Trump has indicated support for Caitlyn Jenner, but says the decision to let transgender people use the bathroom of their choice is up to individual states, not the federal government.
Save our schools!
This decision already sparking protests.
No one, not even the government, can defeat a community so full of life, color, diversity, and most importantly, love.
Stephanie Ramos, ABC News, Washington.
And now for a check on our forecast, let's head over to Bob. The ground's still a little soggy out there after the rain earlier.
That's good news, too. As a result of the fire danger that we were in, it's at least for a little while, it's gone away temporarily as a result of the moderate to heavy rain at times, some places getting over 1.5 inches. Here's a look at what's going on right now. Tonight, the area of low pressure appears to be right over Polk County and also portions of Hardee County as it drifts off to the east right now. You see the rotation around it, and there's some showers on the back side of it, too, now making its way through near Anna Maria Island as well as into parts of Tampa. Earlier, those showers making their way through, and now you can see some light rain around. So still some light showers are possible overnight. Not a lot of heavy rainfall anticipated here, and those could linger through the morning on Thursday. Now, temperature at 62 degrees. We're not really going to drop too much more than this right now, as our dew point temperature is at 58. Winds are out of the east-northeast at 5, and the pressure 29.68. That is starting to rise. Well, much more in our forecast coming up in just a few minutes. Haley?
Thank you, Bob. A traffic stop in Sarasota County leads to 2 drug arrests. It happened in the 2100 block of 32nd Street around 6:45 this on Tuesday night, actually. Deputies say they were alerted to an erratic driver blocking the road. The driver, Travis Vizzini, and passenger Ashley Devine exited the vehicle when deputies arrived. Deputies looked in the window of the car and later discovered a bag containing heroin, cocaine, pills, syringes, and a crack pipe. Vizzini is charged with possession of heroin, cocaine, and narcotics equipment. Devine is charged with possession of narcotics equipment only. The Dangerous by Design report that examined pedestrian accidents throughout the country ranks the Suncoast among the most dangerous. To bring those numbers down, the Bradenton Police Department says it is stepping up its enforcement. Since December 2016, the BPD has been participating in a grant program aimed at decreasing pedestrian and bicycle accidents. As part of the initiative, the department received about $18,000 to fund an information and education campaign. But they're now switching gears from education to enforcement. The police department is issuing tickets to jaywalkers, bicyclists, and motorists who are not following the rules. The penalty is expected to be around $160. Straight ahead, Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will be back with the official Suncoast forecast. Plus, how money from the U.S. Department of Agriculture could go toward repair and restoration projects in Florida. And how a business conference in Manatee County is bringing in leaders from all across the state.
Check out mysuncoast.com/dining, your guide to the foodie lifestyle.
Go ahead. Make a fashion statement. Demand something more than just ordinary. Capture elegance in every turn and drive with flair. Where beautiful styling is standard. Stop in and take a test drive. I'll guarantee you'll never go back to plain vanilla again. The all-new 2017 Fiat 500, starting at $14,999. Only at Sunset Fiat in Sarasota.
Is your mop a dirty, disgusting mess? You need the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System, the only mop and bucket that spins the dirt away. A system that cleans practically anything and everything with super absorbent microfiber. Dip it in the washer side and the mess releases into the bucket. Then place it in the dryer side and push on the pedal. You get a clean mop head that's practically dry and ready for more. And your hands will never again touch a dirty, disgusting mop. The heads are washable and reusable. Get the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System for just 2 payments of $19.99. You'll also get a Sticky Buddy, the reusable sticky roller that picks up pet hair and lint and washes clean in seconds. You can take advantage of our 2-for-1 Pick It Up special and get a second spin mop set. Just pay additional shipping and fee. And we'll upgrade you to free priority handling. So don't wait. Order now.
Call 1-800-394-1524 to get your Hurricane Spin Mop double offer. So hurry and call 1-800-394-1524. Call now.
Come meet the artists and enjoy their creations at the St. Petersburg Fine Art Festival. Over 100 artists and thousands of works in contemporary art in photography, glass, sculpture, jewelry, and much more.
The 4th Annual St. Petersburg Fine Art Festival, Saturday and Sunday, February 25th and 26th at North Straw Park in St. Petersburg.
Bring your love and appreciation of art to the St. Petersburg Fine Art Festival. For more information, visit ParagonArtEvents.com.
In town? On the town, The Mark offers landmark living in the center of everything you love about Sarasota. Priced from the 700s, spacious residences and elevated club-level amenities create a private oasis in the sky. Promenade shopping and dining put the best of downtown downstairs. Sales gallery open daily at the corner of Pineapple and State Street just south of Maine. The Mark, Sarasota. Presented by Coulter.
Contemporary Cabinetry and Closet Concepts. Our strength is in building a relationship with our clients. Locally owned and operated for over 30 years. When you organize your home, you simplify your life. Call today for a free in-home consultation or visit the web at contemporarycabinetry.srq.com.
So, Bob, we hope the ground stays saturated for as long as possible, cut down on that fire risk.
We were at a high fire risk just a couple days ago. We did a news story on it. The rains came and helped out temporarily, but it looks like things are going to dry out pretty quickly here. We have another cold front on the way. A cold front will bring not any rainfall, though. The Van Ways a webcam showing the rain was around periodically throughout the day near the coast and heavier into Inglewood, near Venice, and also places into the central portions of Sarasota County where they need the rain there as well. Beautiful sunset tonight from that time lapse. And yes, the photos have been coming in, and this one, a great shot from Norm Schimmel, and a beauty right there. And here's another with the celery fields. Matt Smith getting this one. Isn't that gorgeous? Reflectivity off the water there of the mid-level sky. And that also is another one from Blackburn Harbor. Jack Waters getting this. And near Inglewood and near Nokomis, we've had reports of some rainbows there. This one was snapped and sent in by Dan from Nokomis. Appreciate all those lovely photos. And you can see this rotation. It looks rather tropical almost in nature, with the feeder bands rotating around this area of low pressure right into the center of the state. We don't have the wind and we don't have the intense rainfall that you would normally see with a tropical system, but nonetheless, it is rotating some showers right across Pinellas County. We're pretty heavy there just about an hour ago, and they weakened as they're heading toward Anna Maria right now. So expect a brief sprinkle or two and maybe a moderate shower throughout the overnight hours. Nothing strong, no severe weather, and no lightning anticipated. Rainfall estimates now, generally about a quarter inch to a half inch across much of the coastal locations, although Inglewood, you can see this swath of heavy rainfall. We had one report, in fact, a viewer sent in a photo, the rain gauge up to nearly 3 inches in some areas. Now, the close-up look revealing right along North River Road, 2.2 inches there. Rockley Boulevard at the Plantation in Venice, over an inch of rainfall, and that rainfall came fairly heavy at times throughout the late morning and afternoon. Right now, the rain for the most part has moved on, and 62 degrees now in Sarasota. Braden now at 62 degrees at Sarasota Braden Airport, now checking in with a humidity at 86% and a 29.65 on the barometer. And that is a good sign that the low pressure is slowly sinking away from us. High today was 72 degrees. That's below the average of 74. We'll be near this number tomorrow, 74 degrees for a high, and a little bit more sunshine anticipated. Temperatures all fairly uniform, low to mid-60s at times. Palmyra at 61, or 62 degrees, I should say, 61 in the Meadows, 63 at Siesta Key. Osprey, you're at 64, and Northport at 62 degrees, 67 in Inglewood. The forecast tomorrow, we'll see a few clouds around in the morning. A few spotty showers are still possible, but most areas will be staying dry, and then some clearing in the afternoon, midday, 75 degrees for a high. There goes the low, and it takes a lot of the moisture with it. The wraparound cloudiness and shower activity will be around on Thursday morning, but by the afternoon should look nice. Friday looks really nice, and into the weekend, we see this front approaching from the northwest. That'll be in our doorstep late Saturday night and bring with it just some clouds. We're not anticipating any rainfall. Those clouds will be in the evening, it looks like, on Saturday. Cooling us down just a little bit on Sunday, not much, still above average, looks like, temperature-wise. As far as the rest of the U.S. goes, fairly quiet with the exception of Florida and California. California is still getting some rain, and the news is there's another storm system a few days away out there in the Pacific that is expected to roll on shore into California. Temperatures around the U.S. really warm, all the way up into Chicago and Detroit and Toledo, all in the upper 50s to low 60s there. Cleveland now at 59. Toronto even 41 degrees. Denver at 33. There's no major outbreak of cold air. And look at the snow cover. Not much at all across most of the U.S. with the exception of the western states where they're still seeing some pretty good skiing out there. As far as the boating forecast goes, winds out of the northwest and 5 knots, picking up to 15 in the afternoon. Seas running 2 to 4 feet. The next tide is a low tide at 5:38. Sunrise will be at 7 o'clock sharp. A few showers are still possible overnight, 58 for your low. And then tomorrow, the morning showers turn into sunny skies in the afternoon. A high of 75, northwest winds 5 to 15. The extended forecast, well, back to 80 on Friday, and then a little bit cooler Sunday as that weak front moves through. And then temperatures staying warm, but notice dry through the rest of the week as well. Haley?
Thank you, Bob. The United States Department of Agriculture is investing up to $103 million to help state and local governments affected by natural disasters. The USDA will contribute up to $3.1 million for projects in areas damaged by Hurricane Matthew. The group will remove debris in Putnam and Volusia counties and improve channel bank stabilization in Brevard County. The local governments will use this financial help from the Emergency Watershed Protection Program to carry out these recovery projects. A child is recovering from injuries after being bit by the family dog in Palmetto. The Palmetto Police Department says the 7-year-old boy was attacked last night at his home on 14th Street. The boy was flown to All Children's Hospital in St. Petersburg. Police say the boy is expected to make a full recovery. The dog is a 2-year-old Staffordshire Terrier mix. It was turned over to Manatee County Animal Services and will be held for a mandatory 10-day quarantine. An update in the estimated number of panthers in Florida after a record year of deaths in the state. U.S. Fish and Wildlife and Florida Fish and Wildlife believe there are 120 to 230 adult Florida panthers of breeding age south of the Caloosahatchee River. This is good news because the previous estimate in 2014 was only 100 to 180 panthers. The population estimates do not include kittens that are still dependent on their mothers. Florida scientists are looking at different methods to find population estimates in the future. Get ready to grab your rod and reel. Snook season reopens on March 1st. Anglers are allowed to keep 1 snook per day as long as it is less than 28 inches or more than 33 inches long. A snook permit is required along with a saltwater fishing license. The season will stay open through April 30th, but it is still illegal to buy or sell snook. Snook is one of the many reasons Florida is the fishing capital of the world. Bob can tell you that. Global business leaders are on the Suncoast sharing their knowledge. The 5th annual Leaders, Innovation and Investment Conference is taking place at the Manatee Performing Arts Center today and tomorrow. The conference focuses on 3 areas of business growth: investment, implementation, and innovation. It's an idea that organizers say keeps startup companies alive and thriving. CEOs and presidents from businesses all across the state are attending this conference as speakers.
With these types of conferences, the speakers, the attendees get to meet one another. And what makes our conference different is we really focus on taking action afterwards.
The conference continues tomorrow at 9 a.m. Sports is next, but first, here's Jimmy Kimmel.
I can't believe you have to go to the DMV.
Yes, it was my birthday. That was just before my birthday, and I had to renew my driver's license, and so I went down there and.
What do they say when you walk into the DMV?
Hey, Oprah.
There's a whole new way to bank with Achieva Checking Plus. You get new features like cell phone protection for 3 phones, plus an interest-bearing account. And that's good to know. Discover all the benefits at achievacu.com. Achieva, banking for good. Achieva Credit Union is federally insured by the NCUA.
I won cash for life from the Florida Lottery! So I get $1,000 a day every day for the rest of my life. Day 1, bought a pony. We're best buds. Day 7, this is crazy! Another day, another grand. This one's on me. Then Mom said, better save some. And another grand, share the love. I don't even play this thing, but I got a bunch. And another grand, and another grand, another grand, another grand. Let's do it again tomorrow.
With a prize of $1,000 a day for life, the new Cash for Life draw game is your ticket to a grand day every day.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. for a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
There's a whole new way to bank with Achieva Checking Plus. You get new features like full ID theft protection, and that's good to know. Discover all the benefits at AchievaCU.com. Achieva, banking for good. Achieva Credit Union is federally insured by the NCUA.
Now, sports.
Racing season gets underway again this weekend with the running of the Daytona 500. NASCAR is different from most sports. Its biggest race is the first race of the season. Everyone will be watching the number 88 car of Dale Earnhardt Jr. on Sunday. He is racing for the first time since concussion symptoms sidelined him last June. After missing half of the season, he is anxious to get back on track. He says if he won the championship this season, he would retire from racing. But first, he'll be happy when tomorrow's qualifying race is in the rearview mirror.
This qualifying race tomorrow is going to be the one that I'll probably be the most nervous about. And once we get through that, I'll have all the confidence to go run the 500 and not be too worried or have too much anxiety leading up to race day.
The big race will start at 2:30 p.m. on Sunday. The Players Association has agreed to Major League Baseball's proposal to have intentional walks without pitches this year. While the union has resisted many of baseball's proposed changes, players are willing to accept this intentional walk change. Agreement with the union is required for playing rules changes unless Major League Baseball gives 1 year advance notice in which it can unilaterally, it's hard to say, make alterations. Baseball Commissioner Rob Manfred expressed hope that ongoing talks would lead to an agreement on other changes to help speed up the game. A moment meant to honor a former hockey player goes wrong when his honorary banner was unveiled upside down. The Fort Wayne Comets retired Colin Chalk's number 91 before a game last weekend. The banner was elevated upside down all the way up to the rafters. The ceremony continued. It was later reversed for pictures. Thank goodness. Everyone got a good laugh, though. Let's look at sports. We'll have our lotto numbers after this.
Check out mysuncoast.com/dining, your guide to the foodie lifestyle.
Robotic surgery is changing medicine. The robot has better vision than a human. You can see 10 times better magnification than the human eye, but it takes a human eye to run the machine. In fact, it takes multiple human eyes to treat a patient. We've perfected the team, we've perfected the procedure, and the more experienced the team, the better the quality outcome.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G-Freed has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G-Freed Flooring America. G-Freed Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Are you considering joint replacement or revision surgery? Consider this. Dr. Edward Stolarski has performed thousands of successful joint replacement procedures and trained surgeons from all over the world. Using advanced technologies, Dr. Stolarski is able to perform some of the most complex surgeries.
I wish I knew about Dr. Stolarski much sooner.
After the surgery, I don't have any pain. It's like I've got a 16-year-old hip.
My name's Ed Stolarski. What I really do is I give people back their life.
Schedule a consultation today.
Hurry in to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota for big savings on some of America's best vehicles. Come shop the Suncoast's largest selection of new Jeep Wranglers. Get all the safety and security of a new Dodge Journey for as little as $16,599. Or stop by today and drive away in a 2017 Jeep Patriot for just $15,999. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota today.
Florida's last private island is a waterfront lifestyle like no other. This is Harbor Isle, just 5 minutes from the sugar sand beaches of Anna Maria Island. This sun-splashed paradise invites you to enjoy natural adventures and all the recreation of a tropical resort. Island coach homes and waterfront condos are now available from the high 400s, plus incredible savings on move-in ready homes. Come tour 6 designer models. This is the time of your life. Make it island time at Harbor Isle. Go to mintofla.com now.
Come meet the artists and enjoy their creations at the St. Petersburg Fine Art Festival. Over 100 artists and thousands of works in contemporary art in photography, glass, sculpture, jewelry, and much more.
The 4th Annual St. Petersburg Fine Art Festival, Saturday and Sunday, February 25th and 26th at North Straub Park in St. Petersburg.
Bring your love and appreciation of art to the St. Petersburg Fine Art Festival. For more information, visit ParagonArtEvents.com.
Preparations are underway for the Super Bowl of Hollywood, the Oscars. Here you see the famous red carpet being unrolled and prepared. The stars will once again walk it before the 89th Academy Awards taking place Sunday night at the Dolby Theater in Hollywood. Jimmy Kimmel is hosting the live show. The red carpet coverage starts at 7 o'clock with the ceremony starting at 8:30. You can watch it right here on ABC7. Hope you will join us. There's a growing fascination with President Trump's power, or what some might call whiplash-inducing handshake. Jeannie Mose shows us how some people are offering a defense against it.
Chances are you'll never shake the hand of President Donald Trump, but with all the recent coverage of his bizarre grab and yank handshake technique, some are getting defensive. For instance, this instructor at a Columbus, Ohio martial arts academy.
Here's what you do, and I'm not suggesting you do this to the president.
This 4th-degree black belt demonstrates a wrist lock that the president's Supreme Court nominee obviously didn't deploy.
So as he grabs really hard, pulls me in, I go with it. I wrap around the elbow, I bend the wrist in, the other hand wraps over top of the knuckles, boom.
Heck, Canada's Prime Minister managed to thwart the grab and yank without resorting to a wrist lock. An inventor who specializes in useless inventions created the Donald Trump handshake robot so he could test various anti-grab and yank measures.
Okay, first we'll try regular handshake. Hand on shoulder. Okay, I'm gonna try squeezing his hand really hard.
The robot is timed to yank randomly to keep the element of surprise. When none of the techniques worked, he opted to fit the robot for a fist bump. But perhaps the most mesmerizing recreation of the presidential handshake was done by a CGI artist in Sweden. This was kid stuff for Anders Ritar, who works at home on his farm. So how long did you spend on this animation?
About 3 hours, including feeding the chickens and eating some lunch.
Even Harry Potter author J.K. Rowling retweeted it, As for that wrist lock, demonstrated by the black belt,
Now you have what we call the gooseneck.
pretty sure the gooseneck would give the Secret Service goosebumps. Genemos, New York.
I don't know if it would be harder, but you know what? Sometimes when you shake someone's hand and they squeeze it so hard, you want to go, you know, I don't know which one is harder.
Or
to
the
deal
lip handshake, too, is kind of strange.
That's weird, too.
Yeah, you
You
say,
don't know.
okay, yeah. But that one is funny. I didn't
That one
realize
is
he
funny
did that.
because it does throw people off guard. They go, what? Yeah.
One of these times,
Someone's just
going
going to knock. Yeah, it's going to turn into a hug. See you tomorrow.